What is going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLORIan here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today what we're doing is breaking down the trailer for episode 4 of season 10 of The Walking Dead. Now this trailer has, many epic moments and everything, tons of really good shit and everything, so let's hop right into the trailer and everything and break it down for all of you. So the trailer opens with a shot of Michonne, Judith, and Eugene heading for what I can only assume is the Hilltop. I can't assume that they're heading anywhere else, I think, since they've all been basically inside Alexandria for the entire season so far, at least in the first 3 episodes. So I'm really confused on where they're going, I think, because I doubt they're really going out for a run since, Michonne brought along Judith and everything. I can't assume that she would bring Judith on a run since it's possibly dangerous because of the threat of the whispers on the outside of the walls and, pretty much out anywhere in nature. Let me pretty much get a close-up of Michonne and everything riding on horseback and everything, looking pretty badass and everything with a serious face. Next, so I pretty much get a meeting in, I'm assuming, a huge area, and I think in Alexandria, full of people who I'm assuming are, against the whispers, and I want to silence them, and everyone who are just pretty much angry that, nothing's being done about the whispers so far, because I won't play the audio clip or anything due to copyright purposes or anything, but someone does say in this meeting or whatever, this huge setting, someone does say they took our friends and everything, so we should kill them and everything. So I'm assuming this is a group of people who clearly will yet again want to silence the whispers, and I think people who are just angry and everything. And as we see Lydia and everything carrying a whole basket of apples and everything. I'm assuming she was at the garden, wherever, doing some garden work with her badass stick and everything. But obviously her entering this setting can't be good and everything, especially with people debating on how much they hate the whispers and everything. And also you get to see the really cool, shot of the windmill, which I really like, because that's just such a cool, big piece of land, and just a huge, really cool, piece of architecture, I guess. Next we get a shot of, 2 people looking at Lydia and everything. I'm assuming yet again because they do not like Lydia since she once was a whisperer and everything, and everyone believes that, the Pikes happened because of Lydia in the first place. Then we see, the same 2 people and I think with someone from, I can only assume is, the Highwaymen, because she was in, I think, this most recent episode saying, the Highwaymen want justice. And we have these people and everything putting on, bags over their heads and everything, trying to mock the whispers and mock the whispers and everything, because obviously Lydia's around and everything. They probably noticed that Lydia's here. They're probably trying to mock her, piss her off, get under her skin, which is kind of ironic and everything because she used to wear skin and everything. But besides that, but they're obviously trying to mock her and everything and piss her off. And this is also a really cool shot and everything, just because, they're basically all this is just a really cool shot and it's gonna be a really cool scene in general. Next we pretty much get Lydia and everything looking very probably pissed off, disgusted, or just, not in the mood to listen to these people's bullshit, which is understandable, like I said, because they're possibly gonna mock her and anything and try to piss her off. Next we get Lydia walking really quickly and I think Daryl following behind her. I'm assuming Lydia's really pissed off about everyone turning on her and getting just very angry at her and anything, and Daryl's probably trying to talk to her, or Daryl and Lydia are just walking somewhere really quickly and I think they have to get somewhere. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. And then next, I'm assuming this is in the exact same shot as the last shot, and well, we basically get Daryl and Lydia standing at the bottom of what I can assume is Lydia's house, because then I think a teaser for The Walking Dead season 10 or whatever, this season, we got to see Lydia peeking her head out of this house right here and everything with the exact same paint of Silence the Whispers on it. So I assume this is her house and everything, and obviously people are painting on her house specifically because yet again she used to be a whisperer, and obviously this is just to get under her skin and everything and pissed off or anything, and Daryl's gonna see this and possibly get very angry at everyone, and Lydia's obviously gonna be very just angry and anything, or sad in general that people are turning against her, and obviously this is very cool to see, Silence the Whispers on her door in general. Next we get a shot of basically Lydia and everything. I'm not sure what she's doing in this scene 100%, but she does say to Daryl and everything, saying, I'm not just gonna smile my way through this and everything. I need, this can't be just go unknown and everything. Something needs to be done about this. I'm not just gonna, ignore this. And I'm assuming she's talking to Daryl and everything, obviously, because they're probably also gonna be spending a lot of time in this, episode. And next we get Lydia kind of giving a bit, I'm assuming is a wise ass look to someone, because it kind of gives off the wise ass look of, smiling, holding a finger over her mouth, going shh and everything, silence the whispers. And she's raising her eyebrows and giving a very funny look. And then next we get basically a shot of, I'm assuming that lady that was, at the windmill and everything, with the people going silence the whispers and mocking Lydia, and she's giving kind of a look of very okay, you want to go or anything, or that's how it's gonna be, kind of giving a you want to go bitch type of look. And we see an arm right here, and I'm assuming this might be Father Gabriel or anything, addressing the issue of people mocking Lydia or whatever, and he's possibly trying to solve the conflict of people making fun of Lydia and everything, because Father Gabriel is pretty much the council of Alexandria. I'm pretty sure Lydia reported her problem or whatever, Father Gabriel heard of it or anything. He's possibly addressing the issue to the people who are making fun of her in the first place. And then next, we pretty much get a complete change in setting, and we go to Ezekiel in the Barrington house at Hilltop, and he's looking out very scared at, like, you know, just like something. We don't know what yet. And then we get like another shot, I think, of, you know, Ezekiel running out of the Barrington house and then around a hilltop, possibly to somewhere, you know, and everything, because something bad could be going on inside Hilltop. And then we get a new shot and everything of basically Alden looking at Jerry, and I'm assuming someone from the Kingdom carrying in very hurt and injured people. And obviously this is very concerning because, like, what happened to these people? Like, why are they, like, bleeding from the face? Why are they so injured or anything? Next we get a shot of, you know, Ezekiel, like, you know, and tons of others, I think, staring at all these people being brought in, wondering what the absolute hell happened or anything. We have people with, like, lanterns looking around or anything, like, what happened? Next we get Jerry or anything explaining that 9 people are injured or anything, and they're not sure what it is 100%, like, yeah, you know, did this to them. Then next we get pretty much Luke asking, you know, Connie and Kelly and everything, basically saying, do you think it was the Whispers? Do you think it was the Skins? Do you think it was them? And then we pretty much get a very angry Earl and everything going, of course that was them and everything. We're pretty much already in war and everything. There's something needs to be done against them. He's obviously angry and everything because obviously he lost Tammy to the Pikes and everything. She was a victim. Next we get a shot of Yumiko kind of looking around very worried and everything, but we're not sure what she's very worried about until the next shot. We pretty much get the walls of the hilltop basically collapsing right behind her and everything. She looks behind her and obviously she's very worried and everything because obviously the walls collapsed to what made the walls collapse. Now there is gonna be walkers, I think, approaching Hilltop and everything, so I can only assume this is one of the waves from, you know, Alpha's Horde that was attacking Alexandria in the most recent episode, because obviously not only did, you know, the, like, waves go to, you know, Alexandria, they had to have gone to Hilltop too. So I'm assuming this is a wave of, you know, walkers, I think, taking down the walls to Hilltop, which is gonna be very, like, chaotic and really cool actually and everything in this episode. Next we basically get Yumiko and everything struggling, you know, running around and everything, trying to get help to, you know, get everyone to, you know, go and, like, fight off the walkers and everything that are entering Hilltop. Next we get with Luke and everything outside the walls of Hilltop and everything, defending against, like, you know, the walkers and everything, like, fighting for Hilltop and everything, killing all the walkers. And there are a lot of walkers and everything outside Hilltop, like a ton. He's pretty much screaming at everyone, saying, get everyone out here now and everything. There's more coming. We need to kill them all before they get inside. Next we get a really badass shot of Connie, Kelly, and Yumiko and everything, like, shooting, like, you know, I'm assuming walkers outside of Hilltop and everything. I'm assuming they joined Luke outside and everything and fending off against the walkers. Next we get people inside the Hilltop and everything. Almost might be outside or inside the Hilltop or whatever, but staying on top of a bunch of logs and everything, fending off and killing walkers and staying on top of the logs so the walkers can't get them in general, which is really cool. But if you do look up into the into the corner and everything, the left corner, you could see a tree and it looks like it's collapsed on top of the walls of Hilltop or anything. So I'm not sure if, you know, the horde or, like, the waves were, like, took down the tree and everything and caused it to fall, but it does look like a tree is leaning on, you know, like, you know, the Hilltop walls. And I'm not sure if these logs are being used or anything to, like, you know, reinforce the walls or anything while the horde's coming or anything, or if they're being used to, you know, build the walls, or if that tree, you know, is collapsing on the walls. So this shot's cool in general. Next we basically get what I can only assume everything is Yumiko possibly arguing with Magma, saying we need to stay out here and everything, we need to fight and everything, we need to, you know, kill them and make sure that they don't get inside. Next we basically get, like, a long shot and everything of all the walkers approaching Hilltop, and there's tons and tons of walkers. Like, there's lots and everything. Like, this is a huge wave. We get a closer shot and everything of all the walkers approaching, getting, like, you know, putting more emphasis on there is a lot of walkers and everything, like, coming for Hilltop. Next we get pretty much, you know, like, a behind the shot and everything of all the walkers approaching Hilltop and the walls. And I'm not sure if they're approaching just the walls or if there's people in front of the walls, but I can only assume this is the shot from the season 10 trailer where all the walkers, you know, burst down, you know, the walls to Hilltop or anything, and they're all, like, coming in really quick. I'm not sure or anything, but it's definitely gonna be a really cool shot if this is that scene. But that was all the, like, you know, shots and everything that I was able to break down, you know, scatter from the, you know, the trailer. But all the shots in this, like, you know, promo were super cool. And I think I'm super excited to see, you know, all the people, you know, inside Alexandria, you know, messing with Lydia and everything. It's obviously gonna be, you know, dickish and everything. All of them are, like, assholes. But it's gonna be very cool to see them all, you know, mocking Lydia, trying on the whisper, you know, putting bags over their head, mocking the whispers and everything. It's gonna be super cool. And I think to see how it's handled. And I think it's gonna be super cool to see, you know, the silence, the whispers, you know, like, you know, propaganda. It's gonna be super cool. And I think seeing Lydia possibly confront some, like, one of the assholes and anything who are, you know, putting up the propaganda in the first place or mocking her. And it's gonna be cool to honestly see in general all the shit and chaos that goes down at Hilltop with, you know, all the walkers invading the Hilltop and everything, and to see how that goes down. But like I said, that was all my thoughts and everything and my breakdown on the trailer and everything for the, like, the Walking Dead season 10 episode 4. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest Walking Dead news, content, and reviews. And also I want to give kind of a bit of an announcement at the end of this video thing that I did get my podcast and everything. All these videos I think do go on audio form or anything as podcast, and that they now are officially on iTunes or anything. anything. So if you guys are listening to this on iTunes or anything, make sure to leave a review down below, because I am just now starting putting podcasts on iTunes or anything. I'll make sure to leave a link down below and anything, update my links down below, anything, so you guys go listen to it on the, like, go. Yeah, but if you guys did enjoy anything, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I see you guys later. Peace, my amigos, and peace out.